Well, good morning. It's a pleasure to be with you today and tell you a little bit about FreshGrade. My name is Chris Bessie. I'm the President and COO. And I want to start by asking some questions that we asked ourselves when we founded this business from three perspectives: the learner, the teacher, and the parent. Starting with the learner. As a learner, how do I know what I've learned, what I need to learn, and who I am as a learner? Typically, these questions are answered from test results, from report cards, and obviously from the feedback I get from my teacher. But as a learner, does this really answer the questions fully? Is this enough information to empower me, to prepare me to be the independent, lifelong learner I need to be? As a teacher, how do I know what my students have learned, what they need to learn, and how I can best help them? Pretty much the same traditional methods are used through standardized tests, in-class tests and assignments, and the observations that I make as I watch them. Methodologies and data collection that is heavily quantitative versus qualitative. And does this provide the teachers with the depth of information necessary to truly help those students meet their potential? Are these assessment models more about sorting students or supporting students? And as a parent, how do I know what my child learned today? Typically comes in three ways: a report card that comes at the end of a semester, the end of the year, usually a lag indicator, not with a lot of depth. Parent-teacher interviews, which tend to be about 5-minute speed dating exercises. And of course, when I ask my child when they come home from school, what did you learn at school today? And usually you get the "I'm not sure," nothing. Well, that's the why of FreshGrade. These are the big questions that FreshGrade was built upon, and the big questions that we aim to help these three stakeholders understand more deeply. FreshGrade is a digital portfolio and assessment platform that makes learning visible by providing a holistic understanding of students' learning while increasing engagement between teachers, students, and parents. Using the FreshGrade suite of apps, stakeholders have secure access to view, comment, and upload artifacts representative of a student's learning to that portfolio, providing teachers with a deeper understanding of where students' learning is, so they are better informed when they're making those strategic decisions around their learning instruction as it relates to that child. For a student, they become empowered owners of their learning, more self-aware of who they are as learners. And for parents, they're provided with a dynamic, informative, and unique window into their child's learning. FreshGrade is built on extensive and comprehensive recognized scientific research, including John Hattie's work around student achievement improvement. Opportunities to assess for learning, not just of learning. To encourage the rich learning that happens when students work together. Allow teachers to give timely and dynamic feedback. Empower kids to self-reflect and realize that metacognition that is so important to their development. And finally, the research strongly says when parents are engaged in their students' learning, children do better. So how does this work? Quite simply, the suite of tools allows teachers and students to capture that learning, whether it be videos, whether it be audios, whether it be pictures, whether it be anecdotal notes, whether it be any form of evidence of that learning in a dynamic way that uploads into a digital portfolio. That's contextualized around the learning goals, around the curriculum standards, however that teacher, that school, that district works. It is assessed in a range from your more traditional grading to more anecdotal notes, to mastery, to rubrics, etc. It's really up to the teacher there. And lastly, communicated not only to students and teachers, but also to parents in real time. So when the parent comes home at night, it's not, "What did you learn at school today?" It's, "I saw what you learned at school today. That was really interesting." And just as importantly, we help teachers with their scarce resource, which is time, and centralize all these tasks into an easy-to-use platform. Sir Ken Robinson wrote about it in his latest book, Creative School. He talked about FreshGrade forms a continuous glimpse into each child's progress that parents and students can share. A number of our users, the only way to authentically assess students is to consider all of their learning and be open to new ways of assessment. I'm searching for a tool to help, and FreshGrade is the best option out there. A CIO in Wisconsin, FreshGrade has supported our district commitment to personalized learning for every student, fostered student ownership, and offered a rapid feedback cycle for students. FreshGrade has allowed us to continue building parent-teacher communication in a way that further strengthens parent involvement and improves student achievement. We have 1 million users, parents, teachers, and students using this across 70 countries, certainly in all 50 states. Been recognized by a number of institutions, including the Elementary School Principals Association and most recently the National School Board Association last month, who recognized us as a leader in their Technology Innovation Showcase. And I'd invite you to learn more today and tomorrow about FreshGrade. We've got 2 fantastic educators with us that are using FreshGrade to show the how and why of how you can make learning visible. They'll be with us today at 2 o'clock, one from Surrey, British Columbia, and the other one from Poway Unified School District in California. And then tomorrow we have a demo hour which we can show you how the platform works. So with that, I thank you very much for this opportunity.